Hello, happy Friday. I'm gonna let you all slowly join in here. Welcome to everybody who's joining in now. Hi, Martha, I can see you there. I see some friendly faces, some people that I know join the lives pretty regularly. Hi, Amy, nice to see you guys. Hi, Michelle. No rush, I'm early. I like to come early just to make sure that we have a chance to, hi, Corinne. Just to make sure that Amanda, I see there too. We have a chance to kind of chat, and we can chat about this class. We can chat about any questions you guys might have for me. Yeah, anything. I'm actually going to turn this off because this is making a little bit of a noise. So today is going to be a chest opener core series, which means that we're going to be really focusing on kind of opening up the body here, opening up your back, opening up kind of like this tight area here from, crouching over a computer, just kind of anything. One thing I find about winter also is when we're wearing really heavy jackets, our shoulders kind of roll forward, or we're shoveling snow or anything. And I feel like everybody could really benefit from just really opening up the chest. So, Martha's all ready and warmed up. That's amazing. We're going to be doing just a little bit of spinal articulation in the beginning, just to kind of like open up your body here before we start some of this twisting. I mentioned earlier that we will be using a ball. So I have my ball back here, but if you don't have a ball, you can use a firm pillow. I'm trying to think if I have a firm pillow near here. Don't mind all my dog's hair on here, but a firm pillow or anything that you can kind of like fold underneath. We're going to be doing some things with the ball behind your back. So this is that point where you kind of want to prop your body up a little bit, because we're going to be doing some open chest moves there. And yeah, does anybody have any questions? We're going to just take a couple more minutes just to answer anything, just to make sure that everybody has a chance to come on. Slippery with socks on. Yes, socks are it takes a little while to get used to socks. Really what it is like, also you have to have a good mat. I really like my mat because I can like ground my foot. But if you are slipping, you can take them off. You don't need socks, absolutely. But sometimes it's kind of nice to think a little bit more energy kind of like up out of your body and not so grounding into the foot to like create that slip. Think more core kind of almost lifting you up off of your slippery sock. I'm not buying weights until you have your own. I mean, hopefully that's to come also. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to continue this Friday series. I think it's a really good moment on a Friday at the end of the week just to really open up and, modifications for lower back issues. Yeah, okay, so we'll talk through these kind of like throughout the move. I'm going to kind of cue it. This isn't going to be an amazing one for people that are really pregnant, because we're going to be doing some things opening up. I can kind of cue some of that as well. You're not going to do your full roll down. We'll do kind of like a half roll down. Sorry, I'm trying to get to all your questions here. I have a broken ankle. I think you should be fine actually with a broken ankle in this one. And yes, this will be recorded. This will be up on the app. This will be up on IGTV. I know that I said the last one was up for the weekend. It's still up. So I hope you all have been continuing to join that one. It's a good one to do with this also, if you want to add on to that. And any last questions? Anybody have anything? We're going to kind of flow through it. I'm going to cue you kind of as much as possible also. I'm trying to think of anything here. Oh, I mentioned also if anybody wanted to add wrist weights, you can add some wrist weights. My only thing with the wrist weights is because we're going to be really focusing on opening up the chest. If you feel like it shortens the line of movement, or it feels any sort of like tightness in your shoulder, or you're disconnecting from the core, I'm going to have you ditch your weights altogether, because really it's not necessary. We really kind of want to focus on this length in the open body, but if you want to try it out, you can try those too. And yeah, I think we're kind of ready. I don't see any other questions here. Yeah, so I think the plan on these Fridays is I'm going to go live at about 12. We'll give it like a few minutes. We'll try to start, by 12:05, done by 12:20. That's kind of the goal. First time live. Oh, hi, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. And thank you for continuing to share all of your feedback, and also for that Wednesday ball giveaway. I think we're going to be starting to do that every Wednesday as just kind of a fun way to get people ready for these Fridays and to have some balls, because I know some of you don't have them. So I want to make sure that we all have something like that. And I think we're ready to go. We will be starting on your knees. If you have any sort of knee issues, make sure you give yourself a towel or make sure you have a really supportive mat underneath your knees just for a little bit better cushion there. And this outfit is actually, I don't know. I will share with you later. Sorry. I feel like I went blank there. Okay, so let's get started. This is going to be a 15-minute open chest, and I forgot again to turn off the comments here. Sorry. Bear with me. I'm going to do it again. Okay, so this is going to be a 15-minute chest opener core series. We're starting with the ball between your knees. We're going to give it a little squeeze here. We're going to flatten your feet, and we're going to make your way onto your hands. So your hands are underneath your shoulders here. We're going to soften the elbows, and I want you to make sure that your weight is shifted over onto your arms. So we're feeling this core connection first. We're finding a neutral pelvis here. I want you just to do a couple cat and cow stretches. So inhale, round all the way up. And then exhale, open up the chest. So we're going to pull the shoulders back, starting to engage the core here, pushing up in the arms. And exhale, opening up in the chest. We're going to take one more inhale. We're going to round all the way up. And then make your way into this flat, neutral pelvis here. So your shoulders are back, your weight is on your arms, so your core is connected. We're going to take your one arm up over your head, and then we're going to open it up out to the side. So we're going to stretch it up over your head, and then out to the side. And we're going to try to keep your weight in the center of your body here. Try to keep your focus down to the floor if you can. Try to connect into the obliques here. We're trying to think length out of your body. We're trying to extend your arm out, feeling more of this openness in your arm. Let's do one more. And then we're going to drop the arm down. We're going to go right over to the other side. Start to stretch it out and then out to the side. And if you're not feeling your core here, one thing is you might be shifting your weight a little bit too far over your hips. We want to make sure your weight is forward so that we're connecting into the core, really allowing your shoulders to pull back away from your ears, stretch it out. One more here. And then let's drop it down. And now we're going to start to extend one arm out to the side, drop it down. So we're not opening up the chest, we're just really lightly kind of going from one arm to the next, connecting into the obliques here, so we're stretching it out. So reminding yourself what today's focus is, it's chest opener core series. So it's a lot of abdominals here. But really focusing on opening up the chest. So as we extend that arm out, you're thinking your whole body is opening up in the top here. Let's do one more on each side. And then keep breathing. Let's go into your cat and cow stretch. Inhale, round all the way up. Exhale, pull your shoulders all the way back. Let's open up the chest. We're going to round up one more time. Making yourself into a flat back. So we're going to start to open up your left arm here. I want you to rotate that hand back. We're going to do a little twist. You're going to kind of reach your hand back behind your body and then go out to the side. So it's doing a little twist here. I want you to feel the twist coming from your core. It's a nice rotation as your arm goes behind you. And I want you to remember that you're working within your range of motion. So feeling what this feels like on this rotation here, if it feels like it's too much, you can also go here and just open up the shoulder. And let's do one more. And let's drop it down. Let's go over to the other side. So we're going to stretch the arm out through here. It's a rotation of the body. So your core is really what's rotating you. We're trying to open up the shoulder. If you feel some tightness here, that's okay. This is kind of our first move here, really opening up the chest and shoulder. Try to keep your weight forward. I'm breathing heavily today. I hope you're connecting into your breath as well. And one more here. And then drop it down and start to extend your arm out to the side. We're going to hold in this position. We're going to start to rotate up to the ceiling. Nice big rotation here. Using your core to go back down to the center and then rotate again. So I want you to feel the rotation coming from your belly button up. Your lower half of your body is still trying to stay stable. Your right elbow on the floor is trying to stay soft. One more. And let's drop it down. Let's go over to the other side. You're thinking rotation from the core. I want you to think deep inside of your body, rotating along your spine. The ball is there as a reminder to connect into your inner thighs, pelvic floor. Also to keep your knees in line with your hips here. Let's do one more. Let's drop it down. Stretching your arms out. Let's go into a really nice child's pose through here. Slowly starting to roll the spine all the way up. And then we're going to take your hands in front of you. We're going to bend the knees here. Just start to lift all the way up. Open up the shoulders. We're hinging backwards slightly, just very slightly, but really mostly it's about connecting into the core, really feeling this nice extension up through the body, lifting up through the abdominals. Let's do one more. All the way up. And then let's take your feet to the front of the mat. So we're going to keep the ball between your knees. Let's squeeze the heels together so you feel this kind of inner thigh connection here. We're going to stretch your arms out in front of you. Let's scoop and roll down one vertebrae at a time. So I want you to peel through the spine. We're going to stretch your hands all the way up over your head. Do a nice big circle. Pulling your chin into your chest and then slowly rolling up. Give myself some more space. Really feel this nice articulation of the spine. Stretch your hands all the way up. I want you to feel how open your chest can be here as you open the arms around. Slowly starting to lift. We're going to do two more of these, and just a reminder, if you feel like a little bit tight on this roll up, you can use your arms on the lift. So you can kind of slowly walk your hands up here for a little extra support. Or you can also just go halfway down in your roll down. That's okay too. Stretching it up. And let's circle it around and lift. And now we're going to go halfway down, so we're just going to do a little mini scoop of the abdominals here, keeping the chest open. We're going to go one arm at a time. So you're trying to keep your body square in front of you. It's really just a rotation of the shoulder, openness of the shoulder here. A lot of core. Try to keep your neck in line with your spine here. Their circles can be big, they can be small, but what we want to think about is the stability in the body. So my chest isn't lowering down anymore, it's not lifting. And let's do one more. And then let's scoop and roll down, peeling through the spine all the way down. Stretching your hands all the way up. Let's do a nice big circle, pulling your chin in. Letting your core lift all the way up. We're going to scoop and roll halfway down. Shoulders are down. We're doing the reverse circle. We're going back, up and forward. Trying to really keep your core really nice and engaged here. Also trying not to allow your chest to close off here. We're working on dropping the shoulders, feeling how the arm is supporting your lat and your core. Let's go up and over. I'm sure you're starting to feel pretty heated here. It's a lot of blood flow, a lot of inner heat starting to develop. And let's do one more on each side. And last one. And let's scoop and roll all the way down, peeling through the spine. Let's stretch your hands all the way up. Do a nice big circle. Pull the chin into your chest and lift. We're going to scoop and roll down halfway, so we're zipping up in the core here, dropping the shoulders. I want you to extend your arms out. We're going to add a twist here. We're pulling your fingertips apart, pulling it back to center. We're feeling the rotation coming from the belly button up. I want you to try not to allow your hips to rotate you. In this position, I want you to pull your fingertips apart. Let's stretch here. You can also, if you need some extra support in these moves, when you do this again, you can take the ball behind your back if you feel like you need just a little bit of extra support here. Open it up. Exhale in. Let's stretch it out. Let's do one more on each side here. And last one. Reaching your hands out, let's scoop and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Really open up the chest here. Let's circle the arms around. Pulling the chin in and slowly lifting. We're going to grab onto the ball. The ball goes now behind your shoulder blades. So right where your shoulder blades hit there, right in between kind of like those wings. We're going to separate your feet about hip distance apart. And I want you to take your hands all the way up over your head. Feel this nice reach over the ball first. Feel your core connecting here. We're going to slowly start to curl up. I want you to look up towards your knees here. Ground your tailbone into neutral. We're going to turn your palms facing up. We're going to open here. Squeeze. We're going to try to stabilize the body. Really open up the chest. Really trying to find that neutral pelvis. So it's not a tuck of the pelvis and it's not an arch of the spine. And we're at a very slight lift here. And here. Also trying to engage those inner thighs. And let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Stretching your arms up, let's lower down over the ball. Get a nice big reach out again, stretching out through your arms. Let's do another curl up, looking towards your core here. We're gonna take one arm up and then drop it down, and then we're just gonna do a little open up out to the side. So it's a little lift and open here. Try to really stabilize the lower half of your body, so it's a lot of core work here. Keep your chin into your chest, so we're trying not to strain the neck too much. Open. Stretching your arms up, let's lower all the way down over the ball. Take another deep inhale. We're gonna curl up here and hold. We're gonna go lift. Turn the palm facing up as you open. And lift here. And open. Let's do 3 more. Should be a lot of core on this lift. And open. Focus on your knees here, trying to really stabilize the body. We don't have too many more of these. And 1 more. And open. And then let's stretch your hands up. Let's lower all the way down over the ball. Get a nice big reach out of the arms. And then we're going to take your hands behind your head. I want you to do a little curl looking up to your core. So we're going to push your head into your arms to stabilize your body. Your chest is going to stay really nice and open. And then we're just going to start to stretch out on this left arm. We're going to do a little mini circle of this left arm here. I said mini and then I went really big. So find your circle here. I want you to connect into the core. Allow your right arm to hold your head up also, so we're not putting any strain on the neck. We already did some neck supporting moves here, so I want to make sure that we're not gripping there. Let's do 1 more. And then start to take this hand back behind your head, keeping your lift here. We're going to stretch out with your right. Let's lift it up, circle it around. Really connecting into the core here, trying to stabilize the core. If you're feeling any sort of back pain or anything, you're going to take your release over the ball and then get right back into it. Let's do 2 more here. And 1 more. And then take your hands back behind your head. Let's open up the chest. Give yourself a nice big stretch through here. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And then we're going to curl up looking towards your core. And I want you to walk your feet to the center, and we're going to open up the knees. So we're finding this diamond shape here. Hands behind your head, giving yourself a nice little curl. We're just going to start to squeeze the knees and then open. So what we're doing is we're trying to stabilize your body now in this new position here. We're feeling inner thighs drawing together. Really make this very active, like we're moving in resistance in air, kind of in a body of water here. Let's do 1 more. And then we're going to squeeze the knees. As we open the knees, we're going to open up the chest. Do a little squeeze and lift here. Let's open up the chest and squeeze. So we're trying not to add a tuck in the pelvis. The lift is going to be this really nice neutral pelvis here, so we start to tap into the low abdominals and pelvic floor. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. We're going to hold here. I want you to open up the knees. We're going to just do little rotations to the side. I want you to just do a little mini rotation and a lift. Tiny rotation and a lift. Still trying to keep a neutral pelvis. Now you probably understand why I said core. It's pretty much all core, but hoping that your chest really nicely opens up here too. And let's twist. And twist. And let's do 1 more on each side. And then let's come back to center. I want you to open up your chest, really allowing your shoulders to melt over here. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Take your hands behind your head, giving yourself another little curl here. Your right hand is behind your head. I want you to stretch your left hand here. We're going to stretch it up over your head. We're going to stretch it in front of you here. Stretch it up. So we're just doing a little mini lift, reaching the hand, feeling how your arm is really nicely connected to the core. And now we're going to go out to the side, and then up, and out to the side. Trying to stabilize your body. If it feels a little bit too challenging to have your heels together here, you can separate your heels and go into a parallel position here. It gives you a little bit more stability if you're finding this one hard. And up, and 1 more. And then let's just open up the body, keeping just the left arm out. Your right hand still stays behind your head. Open up the chest. And then we're going to start to switch. Curl up. This hand is here. Head is propped into your arm. We're going to stretch your arm out. Let's go up and over your head. And forward. Stretch it up. Feel your core really nice and engaged. Keep hanging on here if you can. It's a lot of core work, really grounding your tailbone, feeling the inner thighs squeeze. Let's do one more. And now we're going out to the side. Let's stretch it out and up. Stretching it out. Breathing through here. Your breath will help you. Keep pushing your head into your arms so your tricep on this side is really supporting you. Let's do one more. And then let's open up your chest here. Get a nice big open chest. Allow yourself to take one deep inhale and exhale. Take both hands out to the side. I want you to take your head over to one side. Just allow yourself to relax here. And then take your head over to the opposite side. And then we're actually going to scoot your body forward slightly. The ball is going to go a little bit higher up onto your shoulders. So if you're on a pillow, you're going to go a little bit higher here. And then we're just going to open up your chest, letting your head relax. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Taking your head over to one side so you can feel how the ball is giving you a little bit more of a stretch, a little bit higher up on your shoulders. And then over to the other side. And then one more side to side. You can close your eyes like I am. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the ball behind your neck. Whew, abdominals there. Either your pillow or your ball. We're going to take your hands out to the side. We're just going to start to squeeze your hands in here. I want you to stretch your arms up and then open out to the side. Stretch it up. Feel this nice little reach here. Open. And let's do one more. And you can open up your arms here. Allow your whole body to relax. You can straighten out of the legs. You can give them a little wiggle. Stretch through the body. And then we're going to slowly start to roll off the ball. And we're going to make your way seated. And you're all done. Great job. That was 15 minutes. I'm going to turn on some comments here. How are we feeling? It was a lot of core here today. Okay, comments are back on. How are we feeling? Is anybody still stuck in that position, opening up like that? I know it feels so, so good. That's such a great one too, when you feel any sort of tightness here. You know, I don't know if any of you have felt that, but like, have you ever felt like your chest kind of pop? It makes like a cracking sound where it kind of opens up like that. We really want to like think of chest opening, coming kind of in this position and opening up. So yes, it opens up your back as well, but we're like kind of feeling just like how open this all can feel. And also by connecting the core in this position, you know, it's like it just opens up here, it lengthens here. We're thinking those deep muscles inside your body connecting to your spine, thinking deeper than abs. I know abs are like, we all kind of think of abs being like abs, like a six-pack here, but really it's like all these little pieces rotating and all of that. The front of my neck hurts when the ball is under my shoulder blades. Any tips behind this? Yeah, push your head into your arms. So you can see the difference by here. So when you're like on the ball, you can see how my neck is protruding forward. I almost have like no pressure onto my head. You're gonna push it back like this, and you can see how naturally my elbows kind of wanna pull together. So it's kind of going from like here on a lift to here on a lift. So it's almost like you're actively pushing your head into your arms. Staying horizontal for a few minutes. I know, I love it. I hope nobody's like on their phones like this and dropping their phone on their head laying there, but I hope that feels so, so good. And okay, pregnancy, this is kind of a tricky one for pregnancy. I would say if you are newly pregnant and you still are able to do kind of everything, this should be absolutely okay. If you are heavily pregnant, one thing you can do is kind of prop yourself up onto like a little ledge, like on a higher diagonal might be helpful. Or you can also skip some of like the ball behind the back stuff. Does anybody have any more questions here? I feel like it's just kind of the end of the session. I hope everybody's feeling really good. It was a really nice one for opening up the chest. And also one thing I want you to think of, which I didn't mention in the beginning, I might have mentioned it during class, but when you're thinking of this reach out of your arm, it's not going to stop here, okay? So we're thinking energy flow is not stopping at your joints. You're thinking here, you're thinking like here. It starts here and we're thinking energy, 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 okay? So it's all these like oppositional stretches here, and we're trying not to break at the joints, okay? That's one thing yes, I love it, practicing with the socks. Yes, it's not slippery when you really think of the movement and how lifted you are and how grounded you are and how much power you have in your core to really support that sock. So thank you. So this will be up on IGTV very shortly. I love you all. I'll be thinking about next week's Friday. I like to kind of add it kind of like to our routines and kind of like how the feeling is going and kind of how I have like all of the feedback I've been hearing about how our bodies have been feeling right now. And so it's always very helpful there. And I'm out of breath. I'm gonna eat some lunch and have some water. And I hope you all do the same. And I love you all so much. Thank you so much for joining me again. And I'll see you soon. Bye.